Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be going over the following Sears and Kmart stores that will be closing or have already closed for the final time today, once again depending on what time specifically you are watching this video. So, 8 of these stores, which it's 1 Kmart and 7 Sears stores, will be closing or have already closed for the final time today, which is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. The following locations are as follows: the Kmart store in Kearney, New Jersey, which is located in Hudson County, New Jersey, and the 7 Sears stores, which include the Sears store in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the last Sears store in the state of Louisiana, the Sears store in Chicago Ridge, Illinois, the last Sears store in the Chicagoland area. That's not counting Woodfield. The Sears store in Merritt Island, Florida, the second to last Grand store in Thornton, Colorado, and the last Sears branded store in the state of Colorado. 2 out of the 3 Sears stores in the state of Massachusetts are closing for the final time today, which include the Sears store in Brockton, Massachusetts, and the Sears store in Marlborough, Massachusetts. And finally, the Sears store in Long Beach, California, is also closing for the final time today, as that Kmart store within the same town closed on Sunday, April 18th, 2021. So all these stores are expected to be shutting down for the final time today. All these people will unfortunately be losing their job today. So again, it's very unfortunate. More closures at Sears and Kmart, unfortunately, happening today. This list was announced on February 12th, and it was officially formulated on the 13th with job postings on Indeed.com and on jobs.sears.com. So, anyways, moving on to the maps here in Google Maps. So let's go first to the Kmart store in Kearney, New Jersey. This is the last Kmart store in Hudson County, New Jersey. This is closing today. Today is the official final day of operation. This is the only Sears and Kmart related closure today within my home states of New Jersey. So definitely today is going to be a bittersweet day at the Kearney Kmart. And after the Kearney Kmart does close, there will only be 2 Kmarts left in New Jersey, and the Kmart store. The Kmart stores will be located in Avenel, New Jersey, in Middlesex County, just north of the Woodbridge Center Mall, and the Kmart store at the Westwood Plaza in Westwood, New Jersey, which is the last Kmart store in Bergen County, New Jersey. So, obviously, I'm not going to do a whole street view of this store, given that I already did a video dedicated just to this particular Kmart store, which you guys can go ahead and check out on my channel, rather, if you search up Kmart closing in Kearney. So, obviously, given that I've done that, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that store in particular. So, we're going to move on to the next store, and we're going to go a little bit more west. But actually, first, let's do the Sears in Brockton, because that is closing today as well. So, this Sears in Brockton is at the... Hold on, because I'm really confused to where this is. Yeah, wow, Google Maps did a terrible job of doing a location. This is at the Westgate Mall in Brockton, Massachusetts. Looks like this is a very small Sears store. Looks similar to the, what's it called? The location, oh yeah, wow, very similar to the location in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Looks like a 90s Sears, but this Sears, unfortunately, is closing for the final time today. This is, again, 2 out of 3 locations that are closing in the state of Massachusetts. So, again, very sad to see both stores going, unfortunately. This looks like a 2-level Sears. Very basic and very generic. Nothing out of the blowing out of the water. So the other Sears that is closing in Massachusetts is in Marlborough, Massachusetts, and this store is at the Solemn Pond Mall, which, interestingly enough, actually still has its JCPenney and a Macy's. And again, very similar looking to the Brockton store. So my guess was this was also built in the 90s, like very similar looking Sears store in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Again, so Massachusetts today will be losing 2 out of 3 Sears stores, which is very... I'm not going to do a 3D view, but again, another, like I said, it's another one of those 2-level Sears stores. This mall is probably going to be in trouble just given the parking lot and the geographical location of the mall. So it sounds like that this mall might very well be in some trouble. Sears obviously leaving. Obviously, Sears was going to eventually leave, but probably JCPenney and Macy's will most likely pull out a couple of years down the road. So, anyways, after going over those locations in Massachusetts, we'll actually do the Sears in Merritt Island, Florida, because I've never seen that one. Merritt Island, Florida. So this is another store. This is in Merritt Island, Florida. This is located at, I don't know the exact name of this mall, but it's Merritt Square. Okay, yeah. Is it an island? Yeah, it is. It is an island. But yeah, this Sears store is also closing for the final time today. And I believe this is a one-level store, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is a one. It is another generic one-level Sears store. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so moving on here. Just again, I'm gonna kind of move quick. So the other Sears that is closing today is the second to last one in Chicago Ridge, Illinois. This is one of two that are closing. This is a big Sears. That's a big, absolutely not gorgeous. Rather, no. How could a Sears be gorgeous in 2021? No, this one I believe is also I guess part one level and part two level. It's hard to tell. Let me try putting on the globe. Sometimes if you put on the globe, you can kind of tell. Yeah, this store kind of does not. I don't think this store is two levels. I mean, most of it is one level. Maybe there's a very little section of it that is two levels. But yeah, this Sears store in Chicago Ridge, Illinois, is closing for the final time today. Again, which is unfortunate. So, anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Sears store located in Thornton, Colorado, which is also closing for the final time today. This is the last Sears store, and I did Baton Rouge already in a different video, so I'm not about to go ahead and view that store. What's interesting is that this Sears Grand was very close to a Costco wholesale, and just by looking at the geographical parking lots, man, you can literally tell a difference. Like a Sears Grand, very close to a Costco. Now, there is a note here. The Sears Auto Center inside the Sears Grand, for some odd reason, will remain open. But the actual store itself, not including the Auto Center, will close for the final time today. So that does not include the Auto Center. That is still staying open. So this is a basic Sears Grand. Definitely a different building architecture than the Rancho Cucamonga, California location, but this location was not built with palm trees. This was built in the Rocky Mountain region of the United States. So again, this is just a very basic Sears Grand. Again, it is very sad to see this store closing, and for anybody who's not working in the auto center, will unfortunately be losing their job today, which is very unfortunate that they will be losing their job today. Looks like, yeah, they definitely neglected the garden center. I wonder if Lowe's could very easily pick this up, actually. If it's a really big garden center for Sears, I could very easily see Lowe's picking this up for like pennies, like a very cheap lease. So we can't go. Oh no, we can. Yeah. So this is the auto center. The auto center in Thornton, Colorado, is expected to remain open, but the actual physical store itself will unfortunately be closing. So the auto center will remain open, but the Sears Grand, the actual building, will be closing. Now I don't know how much longer the auto center is going to last. This is a really nice Sears Grand sign on the back. They didn't have to throw this on the back. This is really nice that they actually went ahead and put a Sears Grand sign on the back. And obviously, you know, a quick view at it. You guys basically get the idea that it's a Sears Grand. But it's sad that all these people today that are losing their job. There's another closing in about 2 weeks. That's the loading dock right there. I believe this is a double loading dock, which it's one truck area here, and then I think on the other side there's another loading area, which I believe is also a combination of the store's double loading dock, which I guess back in the day they probably used very frequently, although now probably not. It's interesting how there's a Costco on the other side and that parking lot is full and this parking lot is like nothing. So, anyways, we're going to move on to the rest of the Sears Grand. Obviously, there's not too much you're going to get to see given the trees. This was the huge dedicated. Literally, they made a dedicated area for merchandise pickup. Probably barely gets used at this point. But today marks the end of an era for Sears in Colorado. This is the last Sears in Colorado. Even though it is a Sears Grand, this is the last one in the state of Colorado, and it will be closing for the final time today. So, anyway, so speaking of stores, speaking of Sears stores closing for a final time today, the Sears store in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, will be the last. Be the last Sears store in the state of Louisiana. I already did a view of this store. A couple of. I hope this is the right store. They put it at Dillard's. Wow, that is, oof. Not good. And I already did a view of this store too, because the Dillard's Clearance Center, located in what's it called? Baton Rouge as well, at another mall in Louisiana, is also closing today. So again, very generic looking, very similar to the one in Brockton and Marlboro, and I don't want to do a view of it already because I already did a view of it. So yeah, that's basically it for Sears in Baton Rouge. So the only other Sears closure I did not go over was the Sears in Long Beach, California, which it also recently just lost its Kmart. Today it's going to be unfortunately losing its freestanding Sears. And it looks like the Sears here was a 2 or 3 level store, and it is actually a freestanding Sears. So it looks like it was a 3 level store at one point, which actually this building has some character to it, although it was extensively, like heavily renovated. I don't know exactly when they did it, but wow, yeah, no, this, I believe this location is probably one of the very last 3 level Sears stores that do remain. 3 level Sears stores nowadays are not very commonly placed. I don't know if this 3 level Sears store is part of a mall, but wow, this is a big Sears store given the mall. But I think the strip mall probably does well even without the Sears. I don't know if is there even like a back entrance here? Oh yeah, what do you know? There's actually a back entrance. I don't think this area, this store had an auto center, or probably closed a couple of years ago. But yeah, so that is the Sears in Long Beach, California. This is shutting down today for the final time, and a couple of other stores are also shutting down for the final time today that are Sears and Kmart related. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and what are your thoughts? Were you able to score any deals at these seven Sears stores and a single Kmart that are closing for the final time today? Please let me know in the comment section below. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, we basically went through all the Sears and Kmart stores in this video, so that's actually a good thing. But I again, before I do end the video, I do want to say that I didn't do it the last time, only because there was so many locations, and I just didn't want to do it because there was over 21. But we went through every location today. So again, if you want a link to the list that is closing for the final time today, please make sure to check the link that will be located in the description below of this video. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I do wish all the workers that are losing their job today at the 7 Sears and the single Kmart the absolute best of luck of finding a new job. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. And that will be it. Alright, so to give you guys a little bit of a better perspective of which Sears and Kmart locations are closing for the final time aside from the map view, I have this screenshot that I took from SB360 Capital Partners LLC's website, and I want to show you guys today exactly which of the 11 locations will be closing for the final time today. So, the locations are as follows. The Sears in Los Altos, California will be closing for the final time today. The Sears Grand in Thornton, Colorado will be closing. The Sears in Merritt Island, Florida will be closing for the final time today. The Sears in Chicago Ridge, closing for the final time today. The Sears in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, closing for the final time today. The Sears in Brockton, Massachusetts, closing for the final time today. Let's actually redo that line because I like it when it goes through. No, sorry guys, give me 1 second here. There we go. The Sears in Marlborough, Massachusetts is also closing for the final time today. And finally, the Kmart store in Kearney, New Jersey, located in Hudson County, New Jersey, will also be closing for the final time today. So that is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8 Sears and 1 single Kmart. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 closures today. So approximately 8 Sears stores. Yeah, that is 8, right? Or no, I'm sorry. 7 Sears stores and 1 Kmart store. That's a total of 8, so not 9. So again, my apologies if I confused anybody. So then going forward, after today, these are the 2 Kmarts that will be finishing up liquidation along with the Sears Grand in Rancho Cucamonga, California. So we'll only have 3 liquidation sales left at some Sears and Kmart, with 1 being a Sears Grand and 2 of them being Kmart. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to check the link located in the description below for the list of the following stores that are closing for the final time today. And yeah, so anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that will be it.